You are listening to an audio excerpt of Copenhagen, Cozenage by Kristen Joy Wilks, part of the Passport to Romance series, available now from Pelican Book Group, www.pelicanbookgroup.com.
Reading with Leia. Today it is Copenhagen Cozenage by Kristen Joy Wilks. Me. Leia, there's our book. Okay. Chapter 1. The Dog Guy. I yanked my carry-on toward luggage, trying not to look like the girly clothes neophyte that I really was. 25 years of being me had soundly proven one thing. The girl with the giant collection of classic sci-fi t-shirts never ever gets the guy. This was a rare opportunity. I refused to waste it by being myself. And so, like Cinderella sneaking into the ball, I had donned a disguise and stepped on the plane. A white linen suit began the deception, followed by petal pink heels. A mother-of-pearl hair clip restrained my long, mostly brown hair into a French twisty thing I constructed with the aid of an online tutorial. I also carried an honest-to-goodness purse. The purse was pink. Hey, if I was going over to the dark side, I might as well go all the way. Perhaps it seems irresponsible to snatch up the first international plane ticket that comes in the mail and rush away for a week of castle ogling and pastry consumption on foreign soil, but I'd done so nonetheless. Ahem, free plane ticket. And it had come from my long-lost grandmother, not some creepy guy with a pencil mustache. Besides, I know God has plans, and he is good and all that, but just the tiniest glimpse into my past would not overly tax him. How on earth could I guess at what I would become if I had no idea where I'd come from? Right before my plane left, I'd won the bonus prize. An email had come from Freya, my Danish cousin, wanting to meet for brunch. I had family in Denmark, living family. There was no way I would miss the chance to meet Freya. I clicked to a stop beside the baggage carousel, watching first the suitcase that matched my pumps. A monstrous bark startled me from my luggage musings. I teetered around for a look. A giant Newfoundland dog pressed its nose against an equally gargantuan crate over by the luggage dollies. The animal had shaggy black fur, floppy ears, and a massive head with sagging jowls. A blond guy knelt in front of the beast, attempting to soothe it with a small baggie of sausage treats. The treats didn't last long. As the barking commenced again, the guy looked up and smiled. It must have been the dress. I have never had such a smile directed my way. He had a dimple, a real live dimple in his cheek, artfully mussed blonde hair, and blue eyes that seemed to sparkle. I tripped over my insufferable heels. He turned away and attempted to cover up a laugh with a falsified fit of coughing. I'd spent 2 whole minutes in his presence as a gorgeous heel-wearing girl, and already my cover was blown. It was Brett's fault, really. Being raised by a bachelor had its distinct disadvantages. Brett simply did not have the necessary experience to teach me any feminine wiles. I'd spent much of my childhood in foster care. Then the young youth pastor of our local church went on a short-term mission to the Ukraine. Brett came back with a broken heart, unable to live with himself until he adopted his very own dysfunctional little family. Brett rushed through the foster care training at light speed. Within 6 months, he was the naive father of a sullen 12-year-old boy and a rambunctious 10-year-old, me, with the attention span of a Springer Spaniel. Much life occurred. Brett found himself in serious need of a miracle parenting device to save his sanity. Thus, strategy board gaming came into our rarely dusted home. Jesse, the sullen 12-year-old, would actually talk if he had a pair of dice in hand. As long as I sat down for my turn and didn't lose any pieces, Brett didn't mind if I made mad dashes around the table or did a few flips off the couch in between rolls. We all survived long enough to grow up, but my eternal geekdom and lack of dates was sealed. Okay, let me clarify. I have been on dates. If only my favorite science fiction series, Star Jumpers, were real, I would get Snarvich the Reticent to do a mind meld so that I could forget them. I do not count dates where the guy cannot talk. I do not count dates where the guy will only talk in made-up languages, and I most assuredly do not count dates where the guy starts out the conversation by asking what size breastplate I would wear if he'd scored tickets for a week-long reenactment of his favorite dragon movie. Leia, wake up.
We hope you enjoyed this excerpt of Copenhagen Cozenage by Kristen Joy Wilks, part of the Passport to Romance series, available now from Pelican Book Group, www.pelicanbookgroup.com.